Hey, what's up, you guys? So, today I had a random memory from my earlier days when I was working and I really didn't know anybody, so I wasn't comfortable with just initiating conversations and things like that. And then I also remembered my time as a teenager when I would be in social situations, like my mother would go to parties that her coworkers would have. And then I was that usually the one teenager who was by herself. And if I was in the group where the adults were, I was just quiet. So because I was quiet, I kept being asked, why are you so quiet? And I'm like, because I am listening to what you're saying, and you do not seem to have a stopping place to what you're saying. But deep down inside, my thoughts were, you know what? This is who I am. I'm just introverted. If you are discussing a topic that is not necessarily my forte, I am going to listen to what you have to say so that I can just absorb what it is that you're saying, since this is a topic that I am not very strong at. And then, as you tell me something, if I come up with something substantial to add, then I shall participate and provide an input. But I'm not the kind of person who likes to talk, to make noise, or to hear the sound of my own voice and to talk a lot about nothing. I just cannot do that. Nothing makes me more, how can I say this? I don't want to say it's annoying, but I guess I should say nothing dissatisfies me more in a social situation than a conversation that leads to nowhere. Like, I don't mind conversations where I'm getting to know someone, so it's not really anything deep that we're discussing. It's just basic stuff like, what's your name? Maybe, do you live close by? Do you like to travel? What do you like to eat? Do you play any sports? What kind of music do you like? Do you play any instruments? Do you play video games? The very, 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 very basics. But but even if I'm in a social situation where I have a lot of people who I don't know, who I should have basic conversations like this with, I don't have it in me to put myself out there and make the first social move. I'm sorry, but maybe when you see me interacting with other people, you see my energy, and I may sound funny or just fun to be around, but you automatically are creating this image of me being uber social when I am not. So that's the part of me that I just worry about, because people for some reason label you without knowing you. It's like, yes, I smile a lot, I have a lot of energy, but that doesn't mean that I love to be surrounded by people. People just gravitate toward me. That's cool, but it doesn't mean that I am comfortable being in that type of a setting constantly. Okay, I can handle socializing on a one-on-one perfectly fine, but groups of three, four, five, six people, I cannot do it. And that's usually what my mother's teenage kids. So therefore, I had a group that I could be hanging out with, but it's just not who I am, you know? So I'm quiet because honestly, I like to do more listening than talking, but sometimes if you hit a topic that really, really, really excites me, I get all bubbly and I cannot shut up. And at some point, I will catch myself talking so much, given that it's abnormal for me to talk so much. And then I'll shoot myself down and be like, oh, I'm so sorry that I'm talking so much. And usually the person goes, oh, I like to hear what you have to say, or you're fine, or don't apologize, this and that. But I guess the apology is more for myself when I think about it, because I feel like I'm breaking my code of being an introvert. So it's like, no matter what, I have to respect the fact that I am an introvert. But then I'm like, it's okay to change. It's okay to evolve in life. I know countless of people who used to be super shy in their earlier years, and now they are so like uncomfortably outspoken, you know but in my case, I do not think that I will ever be that social, like some of my coworkers can handle it. I admire them so much, but maybe I could be good at it, but it's just not what I do. It's not me. So until I get the call to do that, I'm not going to change the way I am because I don't feel miserable about the way that I am. I used to because I was like, oh man, I don't have any friends. Maybe I need to put myself out there. But I'm like, no, maybe I do like to have small groups, like a small quantity of people to like report to or something, you know? But anyways, guys, that's pretty much it. Please, 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 if you meet someone who's like that, who doesn't talk much, like if you have a group where people are having a back and forth and you notice one particular person who's quiet, don't call them out, because usually that person is just, it's the person who probably has the cleverest ideas, but their turn to express them has not arrived yet, but they will get to you. And if they don't speak during this reunion, maybe in the next one, maybe in the next one, so on and so forth. But but I the issue I have with that is being called out on it, like, because then the whole group turns their attention to you, and they're like, I don't want the spotlight, I don't need this. Why is this happening to me? Why are you doing this to me? So that's just my opinion. I never call someone out on being quiet, even if it's a person who is like usually a firecracker with energy when it comes to socializing and speaking. I'm never like, oh, you're abnormally quiet today, what's wrong with you, are you sick, or this and that. I never say that. So, and I think the reason I don't say that is because I understand that as a person, you have your like cycles. So it's unrealistic that you can remain consistent when it comes to that kind of conduct for long periods of time. Does that make sense? It's like you cannot keep up the same amount of energy constantly. And it's like me at the gym. I cannot work out at the same intensity every single day. Like, I have to break it up a little bit. It's all about balance. And I believe someone left some comments. Incredible live stream, peace and blessings, says Irene. Thanks a lot. I'm the same, and happy midsummer, by the way. Oh my god, yes, summer has started, so that means the heat is going to get more real than ever. And I just hope that I'm ready for it. My skin definitely isn't. So if you guys see me looking or sounding or acting strange, I am experiencing a lot of irritation. But, anyways, I'll live. I always do. All right, guys, that's all that I have to say on this matter. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you're also a quiet person. And if you get called out like this, what do you say? What do you wish you could say? If it were okay to be impolite and improper, just, because let me tell you, sometimes I have wanted to just drag people for doing this to me, but then I'm like, nah, it's cool. It's just how people are. But yeah, I'm curious to know if you guys have issues with this, or if you are perfectly sociable, and maybe give me some tips. All right, guys, thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you soon.